Hello everybody and welcome to Gene's Reviews from a regular dude, where I do trailer reactions, I react to YouTube videos, I review YouTube channels, occasionally I'll review a movie, but really, I just do whatever the hell I want. Hello everybody and welcome to Gene's Reviews from a regular dude, down in the basement. Today we're doing one from a channel just called Top 5. And this is the terrifying demonic possession and exorcism of Clara Germana something. So let's check this out. I like demonic possession stuff. Creeps me out.
Before 1906, Clara Germana Cele led a fairly unextraordinary life. Described as a regular girl, Clara did reportedly have the odd, unpredictable outburst, but this was never seen as anything more than the average teenager's temper tantrum. That is until her behaviour began to get out of hand. Clara was orphaned around the age of 4, and afterwards she was sent to live at St. Michael's Mission in Natal, South Africa. As a 16-year-old, in August of 1906, she had reportedly told her priest that she had the desire to make a pact with the devil, although what she had hoped to attain from this deal is unknown. Presumably, she never told her priest either. However, Clara's confession went ignored, and later that month, she returned to tell her priest that she had gone ahead and made the pact. It was at this point that Clara's behaviour began to deteriorate. According to the account of a nun who was present during the entire ordeal, the 16-year-old suddenly began to exhibit strange and barbaric behaviours. She began speaking languages that she had no prior knowledge of, suddenly capable...
See, that's the thing. When people say that it's like epilepsy or something like that, how does somebody speak a different language that they've never spoken before? There's no explanation for that.
...of understanding Polish, German, French and Norwegian, among other languages. She also demonstrated strange clairvoyance powers and was able to reveal the intimate secrets and transgressions of not only those around her, but of those she did not know. Stranger still, the teenager who'd been baptized as an infant suddenly couldn't stand the presence of blessed objects. Clara also spoke to people who were not there and even allegedly smashed her bed to pieces. As time went on, Clara exhibited anger and extreme ferocity, as well as unbelievable strength, going as far as to throw nuns around the room and beat them up. According to some reports, her behaviour disintegrated so badly that she began tearing off her clothes. Her skin would burn upon coming into contact with holy water, and she lashed out at any and all holy objects which were concealed. Over the decades, the story has...
I know we all watch these horror movies where someone's being possessed and they're shaking all around and everything like that. But how would you react to something like that if you saw it in real life? Can you imagine how horrifying that would be? There's no comparison. It'd be terrifying.
...has begun to blur the lines of fiction and reality. Some articles note a bizarre incident that at one point Clara transformed into a snake-like creature, becoming rubbery and flexible as she slithered around on the floor. She apparently even bit nuns and left puncture wounds on them as a result of her fangs. Other reports state that the 16-year-old was capable of levitating 5 feet in the air, both horizontally and vertically. Although these claims are rather outlandish, other symptoms that Clara experienced were not so. Returning to the account of the nun that we mentioned earlier, the teenager's cries apparently had a savage bestiality that shocked those around her, with one nun stating no animal had ever made such sounds, neither the lions of East Africa nor the angry bulls. At times it sounded like a veritable herd of wild beasts orchestrated by Satan had formed a hellish choir. When sprinkled by holy water, Clara is said to have come out of her possessed state, but not for long, often retreating back into it moments later. According to the Lutheran Pastoral Handbook, the symptoms displayed by the young girl were more in line with demonic possession than they were with mental health issues. At one point, Clara allegedly said, "Sister, please call me Father Erasmus. I must confess and tell everything. But quick, or Satan will kill me. He has me in his power. Nothing blessed is with me. I have thrown away all the medals you gave me." And later, "You have betrayed me. You have promised me days of glory, but now you treat me cruelly." These interactions were apparently with the demon inside of her, and helped to make it abundantly clear on the nuns that Clara needed help, and she needed it fast. As a result, several Roman Catholic priests were called upon to perform an exorcism. Reverend Mansuetti from St. Michael's Mission and Reverend Erasmus, who was Clara's confessor. The exorcism, which began on September 11th, lasted just 2 days. Reportedly, as the process began, Clara knocked the Bible from the hands of one of the priests and attempted to strangle him with his own stole. Luckily, she failed at this attempt, and ultimately, Clara was healed and the demon expelled from her body. Little is documented about what else occurred during the event, other than at some point, the teenager displayed her levitation skills to over 170 people, as scripture was read to her. Although by mid-September, Clara was free from possession, she reportedly entered into another pact just months later, in January of 1907, and the procedure started all over again. This time, when the demon was exorcised, a horrendous foul smell apparently filled the room as it left her body, which seems to be very common with demonic possessions. According to reports, Clara lived the rest of her life demon-free. She was apparently extremely embarrassed by everything that had happened and asked for forgiveness, dedicating her life to humble pursuits. Clara did die young. In 1912 she passed away from heart failure, aged just 22. When exploring the exorcisms of the past, it's easy to look at them with a more modern scope. For many it seems clear that the young girl was likely suffering from some sort of mental illness, while some people have struggled to explain why exactly Clara needed no other help after her exorcisms. For example, she was not on medication after her exorcisms or entered into a facility, etc. Others have argued that it's possible that whatever mental illness was burdening her went into a sudden and unexpected remission.
I don't believe that. I mean, mental illness doesn't make you speak different languages. That's my rebuttal for that.
Although this is rare, it is not unheard of. Online speculation often leads to the theory that Clara was simply subject to regular teenage tantrums, and that her behaviour was willfully misinterpreted by the adults around her. Perhaps in the same vein as the Salem witch trials and other famous witch hunts from the 1500s and 1600s, which are largely a result of mass hysteria. Others have proposed the idea that perhaps Clara subconsciously believed she was possessed, which made her subconsciously believe that the exorcisms worked in the end. Over time, the tales of the possession of Clara have mostly become lost, blurring at the edges as the details begin to fade from memory. But for some people it serves as a beacon of hope that not all exorcisms turn into a horror show, and that not everybody involved with the practice has dark intentions. What do you make of the supposed possession of Clara Germana Cele? Thanks for watching, and we look forward to discussing with you in the comments below. As always,
The terrifying demonic possession and exorcism of Clara Germana Cele. I believe it. Because I'll go back to it again. The speaking in different languages, you just don't do that if it's mental illness. That has to be learned, or it's a possession of some kind. And they never said that she beforehand could speak those languages, so I believe it's true. Let me know what you think. Now, how do you spot a blind guy on a nude beach? It's not hard. Thank you, everybody. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hashtag Mean Gene, all that fun stuff. And if you like this video, tell all your friends, leave a comment down below. And if you didn't like it, then just shut up. And I will see you next time.